Hey, my name is Kelli Beiler, and I play women's soccer here at Lipscomb. I just want to share a little bit about my story and just the goodness and the faithfulness of the Lord in every step of my life. Born and raised in a Christian home, but it wasn't until my sophomore year in high school when my faith and my relationship with the Lord really became personal. I remember this one moment. I was in the middle of a soccer game and I just started crying. I ended up getting pulled out and I was sitting on the bench and I was just crying. Again, I didn't know why, but as I look back, it's so clear to me because it was a time of preparation. The only time I wasn't crying, the only time I felt joy, I felt peace was when I was in the Bible. It prepared me for the summer after my sophomore year. My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And pancreatic cancer, no matter the stage, is incurable. And then when you add stage 4 on top of it, it's just a waiting game. And so she fought for 7 months. And then it was on January 18th, my junior year of high school, she passed away. I say that it was the time of depression was preparation because I knew so strongly that the Lord was faithful. I leaned in, I depended on Him in a whole new way. One of the hardest things during that season was this pressure that I felt to have it all together, to have the joy of the Lord. And in James 1 verse 2 it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers, when you face trials of many kinds." And I was like, this is a trial, this is tribulation, so I should have joy, I should have all these things, I shouldn't be sad. The reality is, I was so sad, I was so broken, I was a mess, and the most comforting thing during that season was the way that my dad handled it. I just remember so many moments where he would just weep with us. And it was those moments that provided me so much comfort because the action of him crying and seeing him cry, yeah, it broke my heart, but it was also an invitation and a freedom for me to feel feelings, to not feel this pressure to have it all together. But I still felt this tension and this wrestling because I was like, I'm a Christian, I should have joy. A big fast forward into this past soccer season, I ended up not playing, so I had to get a full ankle reconstruction. But yeah, it wasn't what I thought that the season would look like, but the Lord used it in tremendous ways, and He taught me so much. If the Lord would have sat me down before the season and said, "Kel, I'll either teach you all these things about myself and about my love, and you won't play soccer, or you can go and play soccer. You can choose." I would choose to learn what I learned about the way that the Lord loves, the way that He's so close to the brokenhearted. Knowing and understanding His love has changed everything. The biggest thing that He revealed to me was while I was still a sinner, before I could do anything for Him, He went to the cross. It was just this full circle moment where again it took me to this place of I don't have to perform. The pressure that I felt after my mom passed of not needing to be broken, and the most attractive thing about Jesus is the fact that He loves us where we are. The craziest thing about this past soccer season was I didn't perform at all. I didn't score any goals. I had no assists. I didn't do anything performance-wise, yet I felt loved by the Lord in a way that I've never experienced before. And there's this picture of me holding the trophy. The player who didn't deserve it, who didn't do anything to earn it, yet I got to hold the trophy. And when I look at it, it wrecks me because it's the cross. It's what Jesus did. I get to stand in victory. I get to have a relationship with Him. I get to receive this love that doesn't make sense, this love that I can't earn, I don't deserve, this love that I didn't perform for. I always felt this need to perform on the soccer field, and even before this past season, this need to perform. And the way that it translated, this performing for soccer, the way it translated to performing in my relationship with the Lord, it was like the Lord just completely broke it off. In the moment of this past soccer season, of when He stripped performance, He stripped soccer, and was like, you don't need that because you're loved. You're so loved for who you are. I'm so giddy. I'm so full of joy because it's just this action of just responding. Like, soccer is just an opportunity to respond to the love of the Lord. And that's just what I pray and I hope that you all experience too, is just the reality of how loved you are by the Lord. He first loved us, and our lives are just a response to that love. Our lives are just an opportunity to tell him that we love him, and that's what soccer is to me now too, and takes off all performance, breaks off all performance, and it's just a joy. It's a joy to honor him, the reality of his faithfulness to show up in every single moment. 2 Timothy says that even when we're faithless, he remains faithful, and he'll be faithful in the brokenness, he'll be faithful in the mess. He won't run, he'll never leave you, he'll never forsake you, and the more that you invite him in, the deeper he draws, and the deeper that you'll experience and you'll feel his love.